What's that you're drinking?
Some tea from the Deerwood. It's got some Glanfathan name I've never been able to pronounce, but it's delightful.
I've never smelled anything quite like it.
See? Delightful, isn't it? And it tastes just as good if you...
Another time. I'll just sit here and enjoy the scent, if you don't mind.
Suit yourself. More for me.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Jabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. We tended, comforted the living, and buried the dead. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite, this we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Got something.
Get off me! Cool whack 10!
I think I sprained my shoulder. There's something here.
Worth and Roth!
Let's go.
That might be good one. Cool whack 10! I think worth and Roth! Worth and Roth! Seek!
There's something here. As soon as I can. Got something. Need more time. Something nearby. One moment.
I'm not used to quiet.
Seek! Worth and rough!
One moment.
Worth and rough! Isoksugu!
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them. What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zarps. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zarps used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south. They started turning it into one of their villages. Even ripped up the crops planted by the Wardens. What a waste. There are some Balgrunin living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the Wardens. If someone got rid of the Zarps, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with the Zarps, but I hope you do.
Worth and rough!
Looks easy when you do it.
Rank 10!
Tragic, but they did try to run a farm in the tunnels. Got something.
I hope the Zarps haven't been too much trouble.
Something nearby.
Worth and rough!
You are?
Worth and rough! worth and wrath! Crack 10! Avowed worth and wrath!
Something nearby. There's something here. One moment.
You dealt with the Zarabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives. The buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
One moment. One moment.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
Something nearby.
Welcome to Serina's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
Down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer for itself.
Do you do this every day?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargruna memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs.
Fuitu Mayo. Haven't either of you heard of a thing called respect?
Sansa has no idea what the Living Lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
Here now.
Are you kidding? That's the best argument I've heard all day. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe.
I'm getting too old for this.
What's an ancient?
That's an experience I won't repeat.
Fuitu Mayo. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. What are you all doing at the ass end of the Living Lands anyway?
You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. From what? The gods? The Dream Scourge? Solace stands alone. Nothing can touch us here.
The Steel Garrote is coming for the garden, and they won't let anything stand in their way. I'm serious. Let us in.
You know the position this puts me in. If I let you in, the council will have my head. Now, come on. That's not fair. Of course I trust Marius. I mean, I did. Once.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
You think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
If it's the new recruits playing games again, I'm going to...
Gods. Here we go.
Remember, if you need it, I can make us invisible for a quick escape.
Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party?
You look just like Nandru. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Gala is going to... I know what Gala's going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say. Duty won't feed us. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to me?
Is that Marius? He's alive?
One moment.
Welcome back to Odicus Nails. An outsider. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... What? No spirits. It's, nothing. My apologies. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Sanctuary hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Well, I don't... thought you were... let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakura. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you? Oh, my friend, let me tell you something. It's best not to worry about what's in the food. We eat what we have. We depend mostly on our hunters and patrols to bring back whatever they can find. Of course, that means I have to be creative to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least. See? Thank you. That's what I tell these Komai, but they keep complaining. Trust me, if I could throw together something new, I'd do it. But this is Solace. Tradition dictates you eat what you get. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno. Ah, yes, I forgot. I don't know what I would do if my home was destroyed like that. I guess I take what we have for granted. Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that. Well, I couldn't tell you. And I skinned it myself. Best of luck out there, my friends. And stay away from this stew. Greetings. What can I do for my new friends?
Got some. Maybe we should open up for more trade.
You think Kostia's right, huh?
Think of the sort of fish we could get trading the third.
Better than this mission. That's for sure.
What do you want? Depends on what you care about. But that... So...
Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly. No. Our fighters are more than capable, but they are stretched thin. Times are hard. But that's life here in the Tusks. Resources are scarce out here. We need to cull the competition if we are to survive. Be safe out there. We've taken to calling it the Spore King. No.
The garden is close. Oh! Let's hurry up!
Put that poor husk out. Be careful with this one. We believe it's the source of the beetles.
Oh, those beetle shells could make a lovely little comb, don't you think? Or perhaps a pretty dye.
Oh, great. Outsider. You need something?
What is crowd? An outsider here?
So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmi. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. Doesn't matter. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. That's because none of this is my job. Not really. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. Of course it's odd. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Wish I knew. Mina's been distraught ever since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
The captain is missing. The one in charge? That's not a good sign.
Nando, it is so good to see.
Late
me, your little grubble. Oh. Absolutely. Can you imagine access to fresh crops from or no, I can't. No, we can't call in the shots.
Ready yourselves. Council's just a...
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated of them.
Where is that caravan?
Outsider caravan. Does the council know about this?
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solis's most fascinating guests? I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodeka and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself.
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep an eye on you? The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a profit.
I paid my debt to Solis. I have changed.
Yeah, well, the Council is keeping you close by, just in case you haven't. Something here.
Take pride in our home, fellow Padroni, for Solace is an impenetrable fortress that can withstand any assault.
Never heard a speech full of such bluster.
It's not the content, but the interpretation that bothers me.
Ah, well. The walls of Solace have never been brought down by words alone.
Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my. No, of course not. What can I do for one such as yourself? Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside. He was compassionate, eccentric, and charismatic. He knew how to draw out the best in his people. A true leader. Tradition says that when he knew his life was ending, he sought quiet solitude, knowing his work here was complete. Not a word of tradition, spoken or written, speaks ill of our founder. It is perhaps the only thing on which we all agree. If you ask these absolute Zarips, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned. Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a Solace in peacetime. If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that. What more can I do to enlighten you? All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves. We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Getuli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
Something nearby. Something here.
I do hope no one sees me like this. Who let you in here? What do you want? No, of course not. Who am I kidding? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods. All the shops only have cheap goods. I deserve better than that. Just leave me. Oh, and don't get anything dirty on your way out.
Found a spider the size of my face in my quarters last night.
The very image of Nandru indeed. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it. Ah, sharp as the tusks themselves. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? Ah, you Adirans, as businesslike as I'd have. It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councilors fuss. It's all traditionist, tradition that. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
How is it possible to lose them? Godless aqueducts aren't exactly easy to miss.
I doubt they had trouble finding the aqueducts, but something must have detained them. And acknowledge that someone else came here before us and built something worth preserving? That's Pargroon pride for you. I call it damn fool stubbornness, since we're all friends. But now that a steady water supply is a bigger concern than cultural pride, the next problem is finding my team. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself?
If we open our gates to outlanders, we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions.
Our entire society faces destruction if we don't. We need trade. We need the rest of the world.
The reason Solace Keep has stood for so long is because we've stood our own. Do not question our ways, Kostya.
I understand, Kama. But Solace Keep is dying. Surely it would be to consider a different route.
We will talk about this later.
One moment. Something nearby.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. And this isn't your place to be. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
Whoa, they haven't thrown us out yet. Let's not push our luck.
That was unexpectedly insightful of you, Marius.
And people wonder why I left.
I apologize. That was not gracious of me. Envoy, you were about to make a request? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, Envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him. Perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to...
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and she's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but we did not lie to you.
If there is another way on, that is what your supposed steel god... I fear...
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider, and envoy, you and those like you are why we are here.
However noble you may believe your purpose...
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in... We have no obligation.
Goodbye, envoy. Kostya, see the envoy.
With all due...
And Mari, don't stay go...
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me,
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Ekworth and Roth! Still lingering, Adiren?
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Go then. Seek the Stilgarot. Seek the garden. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarot are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zarips between here and there. Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Druze centuries ago.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants, so half our debates are sung. It doesn't resolve our feuds, but it does make them more entertaining.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like an Usundid politician? There's a reason I spent most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If only to see you squirm.
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories, not all happy ones. I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left. Sarcasm. My favorite. The problem is, I started to get the feeling I was being lied to. Like everyone knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters. Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. Now I think I might have a lead on what happened. Or at least, something that might bring me peace. Since we entered Solace, I've been... memories have come flooding back. It's been all I can think about.
It's only natural. You were gone a long time.
Seeing Mihala, I remembered coming here as a child, but... there's more. There was a village, and something went wrong. The village should be north of here. I remember godless ruins and a flow of lava and a large circle of some kind. I need to find that village, if it exists. There's something there I need to find. I just wish I knew what it was. That's all I can ask. It's not worth going out of your way. You know, if it happens. Anyway. You too.
We really must stop me. Sweet dreams, Envoy.
Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing? There was a story. The warden who saw the future. There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened. Kamayu. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps, or ogres, or fire blights from the wastes. Wouldn't be much of a story if that's what happened. The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. They said she was delusional, so she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it. And they tell it to children. What if I'm seeing the future? I can't stop thinking about this village, as if I'm trying to predict what will happen. Right. Unless the future you prepared for isn't the one that comes. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway. Until next time.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the Envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Maybe not, but should Mihala? Because that's exactly what she's doing. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunen either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? I only hope they get that chance. Night, Envoy.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. A corporeal inverter. In layman's terms, it replaces living things with dead things by killing them. Maybe it wasn't my smartest investment, but I thought it had research potential. If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the Wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. That's all right. I prefer the company of misfits and rejects. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Pleasant dreams.
I met this animancer one time. You might know him.
Oh? Who would that be?
Tall guy, beard, spectacles, hair.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Had this thing around his neck. Gold, I think. Hummed a lot.
Humming is common, as is jewelry.
Had this nasally voice, like, "Oh, please, don't touch that machine. It's worth more than you are."
Oh! Was it Lysonio Galatini, the wandering teacher of Spirento? The renowned musician of the soul?
No, that's not it. I guess you didn't know him.
Well, let me know if you remember.